Hey there, folks. The stream's a bit out of nowhere, so I'm gonna give people a little bit to show up. So, excuse me for the long start here, but I don't know. I just figured it was time I do like a stream here of some kind. So yeah, be starting in a little bit. Also, my first time in a long while since the feature was introduced, and since the ban was lifted, that I'm doing multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So if that's a bit jank, my apologies. We are trying everything new. So yeah, starting in a few minutes here. Thank you for your patience. Oh, not like I was banned. I want to make that clear. It was like a year ago they lifted the ban on streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Because YouTube used to not allow that, but it was like a year or two ago they lifted that. So yeah, that's all. Also, secondly, if people are chatting on YouTube and they don't see their chats showing up on screen, that is part of the complication. I just realized. I assume they would both show up, but I suppose I'm gonna have to find a different method for that. Oh, okay, never mind. You can't do that. That is against their the rules, I guess. Okay. Never mind. We won't do that. All right, hello everyone. It's been a little while. I get to tell you of my tales and exploits. Here in a moment. All right, I think we're good to go. Hello, everyone. It has been a moment. Actually, just move this over here. Well, not me. There we go. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's been quite a moment. I've been gone for a little bit, but I'm gonna do my usual. Say hello to everyone. That's bizarre. Okay, guess we won't do that. Hello, Brandon Cherry. Hello, Missing No. Been a while. Been a while indeed. Hello, Cobra. Hello, Hoyle. Hi. Just to put out the quick update on why the background looks different and why everything is entirely different. Well, not entirely, but somewhat. I finally had to go and build a new PC. For those of you who don't know the Wilk story, basically like 2 years ago, I spilled milk on the top of my PC. And, it still worked, but it is kind of hard to do a deep clean on your PC innards. So it just kind of remained that way for a while, but I decided I needed to replace just basically everything. So that's what I did. Wilk, did you say milk or Wilk? Oh, I said Wilk, because I mean that it's like Monster Hunter Wilds, and my PC is stronger due to milk. I would like to think, but I don't think that's the actual case. So yeah, I had to rebuild the entire thing. I basically had to redo everything streaming wise from scratch again, and that took a hell of a long time, as well as it was a busy holiday month, so I was not around. Let's see. Let me actually answer some things you said. Also, thank you for the 14 months, Oil. I know it's been a whole year, technically. I know I was really late on that comment, but just trying to get used to things here again. Let's see. You were streaming Silent Hill F, but it wasn't working. Did you play it on your own? No. No, I did not. Not yet. Been kind of doing my own thing. Did you build a PC before or after the RAM price hike? Sadly after. So I did have to pay a fuck ton for RAM because my old PC's insides were incompatible. My old PC had DDR4 RAM and the new one has DDR5. So that's a problem in and of itself. There we go. Yeet. No! I'm kidding. Oh, sorry. I should refund you that. Yeah, the throw redeems don't work. I was trying to get that fixed before I stream, but unfortunately, it's one of the things that I'm going to have to set up from scratch with my new PC. So, there's a lot of things that have just been flat reset. So let me actually, I'm going to disable that for the moment and I will refund you your points. There we go. It is crazy how deep in the menus I have to go to do that. There we go. I was planning on saving money and upgrading my platform this year, but because of AI arms race, that won't happen, it seems. Don't worry, it'll crash eventually. When it does, hopefully the prices will go back to normal. So did you play the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative? If I recall, you played the first one, and I think you liked it. Oh yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. However, that was also many years ago. What are your streams plans for this year? I really don't know. If I'm being honest, I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to live right now. Goal number 1. It is like when you hit the end of Halo Reach and you get the objective on your screen that just says survive. Played the sequel. Did you play No Sleep for Naminati 2? No, I've played nothing but the original Somnium Files. Do I plan to continue Ninja Gaiden? I don't know. I don't think people are really enjoying it too much. Like, as cool as the game was, I felt like I was just getting stuck on things for too much, and people weren't really enjoying the playthrough of it, so. Also, hello. I think your name is Hail Glacier? Hello. How are you doing today? But yeah, I don't think people were enjoying it that much. I think in general, it was probably the long hours of getting stuck on a singular thing. So I don't know. Play the others pretty, please. I don't even know what I'm gonna be doing this year in terms of streaming. No plans. Happy to see you too, Souls. I hope you've been doing well. No plans at all. I guess I do have like a couple of quote-unquote goals for the year in terms of doing this. But they're not like, you know, hit viewer number, hit sub number, or anything like that. I just kind of do this for fun. So yeah, I would say oh man, we haven't seen Zito since last year. Hello, Light Sparks. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. Maybe Zero Escape? I've played all of the Zero Escape series, actually. I enjoy it a lot. It's been a long time. I could not tell you what those games are about anymore. Because the plot twists are so wild, but way back. Yeah, I mean, I did not do that on screen, to be fair. I played Zero Escape completely in my own time. Are you looking forward to RE Requiem? Yes, I am. I am looking forward to RE9. Happy to see what Capcom has in store for anything, really. I'm kind of pretty happy with Capcom right now. It's like with everything they've been doing, aside from probably Monster Hunter Wilds. And even then, Wilds isn't even a bad game. They're just not optimizing the PC version. And then also, they've kind of broken the thing that I was hoping they'd never break. Like, Monster Hunter's had a long history of having, like, DLCs for, like, you know, funny hairs, silly emotes, whatever. And they kind of started releasing paid weapon DLCs, which is not where I want Monster Hunter to go, particularly. Plus, I think in hindsight, I just didn't enjoy Wilds too much. Also, my holiday was fun. Sorry, Expedition 33. Yes, we did play that one on stream last year. I loved Expedition 33, but if you don't live under a rock, everyone kind of loved it. Maybe not everyone, but if you haven't lived under a rock, you probably heard of it. Enjoyed it quite a bit. Playing it now, like right now, nice. I wonder if DMC6 is ever going to happen. It's been a while since 5. Itsuno left after... Yeah, I have no idea where Devil May Cry is going in the future. I wouldn't even mind, personally, if, how do I say it? I wouldn't mind if Capcom just decided to go with a whole new IP in the style of Devil May Cry. What was that game called? There's that game with the little girl and the astronaut that I played the demo for. It was really interesting, actually. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. Gameplay seemed really fun. Did you finish Expedition 33? I did. Very good game. Enjoyed it. A spiritual successor to DMC rather than sequels? I think so. I think so. Like, I feel like Dante, Virgil, and Nero are like just part of my childhood, I want to say. And I feel like their tales are kind of done. Like, I feel like I'm pretty happy with where it just kind of left off and ended. Kind of looking forward to that new Marvel fighting game. What's it called? Marvel Tokon. Yeah. Marvel Tokon looks great. I love how it looks. Especially once it gets more characters. I would love for a version of that game with more characters. So I'm just waiting to see who else they release, because I'm not the biggest Marvel head, so I'm not exactly sitting around just like waiting for more characters to drop or anything. I'm not like, ooh, I need this specific one. I've been enjoying SMT5 Vengeance. So good. Yes, I actually picked up Vengeance. I did not play the Vengeance version of the game. I played the original. I've heard very good things about the Vengeance route. There we go. Fix that. Did you play Jedi Survivor, the sequel for Fallen Order? Yes, I did. I actually did wind up playing that in my free time, mainly because it was on like the weird EA pass, and I was like, I can play this game for $4. So I did. It was very good. I actually just finished Jedi Survivor a week ago. I kid you not. Not even a week ago. It was like 3 days ago. That is a very on-time announcement, actually. Do you know, have you played any of the Nier games? Yes, I have. I love Nier. I have multiple Kaine figures and posters. Big Nier fan. Cosplayer, let's go. That's rad. Sometimes I think about cosplaying characters and then I like think about the work required and I'm like, oh my god, I know nothing about the art of it. Chunky, the outfit doesn't fit right. Hey, that's fine. As long as you're having a good time, that's all that matters. And how was Jedi Survivor? Jedi Survivor is really good. I think for the most part, I wasn't as like compelled because the villain of Survivor is kind of a literally who situation for most of the game. And I can't really say much without spoiling it, but everything from a gameplay standpoint and like character interactions is even better than the first one. Like I legitimately enjoyed it almost the whole time. Just, I don't know. The villain didn't pull me in as much because it is what it is. How's the performance of Survivor? Did it run well? I know when it launched, people had issues, but for me, it ran perfectly. I never had any sort of graphical chug. But then again, I'm playing it like literally multi-years after launch, so at least I think it came out years ago. I can't remember. All right, 50 subs for Xeno to cosplay Leon Kennedy. Oh man, when I went to that con last year, there were so many Leons. I was too much of a coward to ask to take a photo with them. I saw like a Leon and Ashley and a Heather from Silent Hill 3 like right next to each other. And send a photo on the Discord if you want. I'm good only because like I don't know, I feel weird receiving photos from like people in my chat. Not that there's anything weird about cosplaying innately, but I don't know, it's just strange. But I'm happy to hear about your cosplay nonetheless. I met Ray Chase. Damn. I meant the YouTube Discord, not DMs. Oh, I don't know if I have a channel for that. Do I have a channel for that? Damn, I should create a channel just for art stuff. Yeah, if you feel comfortable with it, go ahead. I have no qualms with it. As long as it's like safe for work, obviously. Just have I'll probably create like a arts channel for it later or something. Actually, you can put it in there. So I know I have like a miniature painting channel that I've just created for myself. Like a tabletop one. And actually, it's been super cool seeing your guys' tabletop minis. Like, I think Cobra's sent a lot of them in there, as well as some people who had some insane, just insane miniatures. Can't wait to see the old man Leon cosplays. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cool. I know it's a bit of a hot take when it comes to Resident Evil 2. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, I'm so sick of seeing Leon. I don't want to stare at him anymore. He's had so many games. Guys, let's be real. If we're not counting the remakes, the last Resident Evil game Leon was in came out 12 years ago. Wait, no, not 12 years ago. 14 years ago. It's when RE6 launched. And that's even if you want to consider, like, RE6 is a fun game. Like, let the man be in something new, actually. Let the man be in a new product. This is once again me discounting the remakes of his own games. What's wrong with Leon being in RE9? I mean, I think it's because people see Leon as being like overrepresented recently because he got a 2 got remade, 4 got remade, None of the games with Chris haven't been remade. Claire is in one remade entry. There's tons of side characters like Rebecca, Billy. I don't know why I bring up Billy, but maybe it's because I brought up Rebecca. Barry. There's so many other characters that are still alive and around. How long until we get a remake of 5? Oh my god, I want a remake of 5 so badly. I think with the modern RE engine and their like better idea of how they design their games, I think RE5 is gonna be way better. I think it's gonna be way better. Hold on, let me just do this. There we go. And this. Perfect. Just wanted to be a little bigger. The friend slot Resident Evil 5. I remember RE5 just trolling my friends. It's my favorite part of the game. Literally sitting there like spamming and yelling at them. Indeed, well looking Mega Man Star Force collection. That's right, they announced a new Mega Man game. I am very excited to see more Mega Man, I will say. I'm not like the biggest super fan of Mega Man, but yeah, I saw someone in the chat also said that earlier as well. My apologies, I skipped over that, but yeah, very excited, very happy. Have you played any of the Dino Crisis games? I have only played Dino Crisis 1, like the original. That's it. I've not played any of the other entries. I've heard the games change a lot as they go on. Like it starts swapping from like horror to almost an action shooter where you are like gunning down heavy amounts of dinosaurs with sci-fi weapons. So kind of interesting. Now, if Sony could only remember Sly Cooper, I'm gonna be real. I think, not that Sly Cooper's like a pure stealth game, I think modern developers are really afraid of making a stealth game. Like straight up, I think big companies are too scared to make a game where stealth is not an option and is kind of the way to play. But I mean, I kind of don't blame them in a way. Like stealth is slow. To play a stealth game well, you have to play slowly and observe what's going on around you. And I think for a lot of people, that sort of gameplay is too slow. Like, I can't think of a single one of my friends that would actually rather play a stealth section than run through it and kill every single person in their way. Like, legitimately. I just do Kane go bonk. I mean, true. I don't actually remember how much stealth is in Sly Cooper. It's just... the last time I played Sly Cooper, I was really young. 3D platformers and stealth games are kryptonite to non-Nintendo devs. Yeah. I've been watching anime Nocia since last year, now on season 2. That's right, that's a game on Steam. That is a super wild art style. I remember seeing that. Almost looks like an acid trip. Partner cosplays as Sly and kind of do a Closet Carmelita cosplay. I don't remember who that character is. Google, help me. Oh, her. Yes. Okay, I vaguely remember her. Yeah, she's a detective. Any other interesting news? Excuse me. Gundam Double Zeta was a hard watch. Yes. There is a reason why I say the Gundam watch order is the original Gundam, some of the follow-up movies to it, Gundam Zeta, and then you just kind of stop and jump to whatever thing you want. I am not a big fan of Gundam Double Zeta. I love Zeta, it's my favorite, but Double Zeta feels very unnecessary. Speaking of Gundam, Hoyle watched Gundam the Witch from Mercury. Yeah, I've heard actually, Witch from Mercury is actually pretty nice. People seem to be enjoying it. Or they enjoyed it while it was there. Trying to think. I think there was another one that came out with there's like a new Gundam series with another female lead. I think after that, I can't remember. Unicorn is much better so far. I mean, Unicorn is up there. Unicorn is like some of the peak stuff Gundam has to show. TBH. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. And I really hope it's not pronounced G-Cux. I really hope that is not the title Japan came up with after a lot of thought. Iron-Blooded Orphans is definitely divisive. Also, you know, I'm giving my Xeno Hotake. I don't know if this is Hotake, but Iron-Blooded Orphans got a lot of people into Gundam, which I am really thankful for. And I actually don't think this show's that bad. However, I kind of started watching it and it just wasn't giving me, I think, what I wanted at the time. It felt very like Gurren Lagann. Like, I'm sure it differentiates in some way, but the plot was almost like Gurren Lagann setup. Like, you had the younger brother, the essentially older brother that the younger one looks up to and basically needs to survive. Then you have your magical girl who never gets in a mech and is, she's not magical, but girl who never gets in a mech, and the entire plot revolves around her existence. Oh, really similar, actually. Oh, I love Turne. I've actually been... God, I need to finish Turne sometime. I think I made it halfway through. It's such a weird Gundam series. Yeah, we do need to finish. I was actually watching it with Reaver in the chat here. Not like on Twitch, but, you know, elsewhere. It was really good. It was really different from what I had seen. Made it about halfway through. Zelda 40th anniversary and Metroid 40th anniversary. Damn, those games are getting old. No, don't let them age like this. Looking forward to Black Clover season 2 and Frieren season 2. Wait, Black Clover's only on season 2? How is that show only on season 2? Doesn't it have like hundreds of episodes? Then again, One Piece just got out of season 1, technically. And it's 1,000 episodes. But that's not the same. Gundam tier list stream when? Oh, I feel like that would make some people leave the channel forever. Some people are never coming back after I do a Gundam tier list because I'm like, you said what? Granted, I cannot say I have seen every piece of Gundam media. Like, that is absurd. I do not have the time to consume that much Gundam. There is so much of it. I think as of now, there's 83 animated installments in Gundam, so that's a lot to get through. Also, I want to point out that Discord has this annoying feature now where, like, if you change your status on there, which I don't do much, it like alerts every person on your friends list. I changed my status because I was like, ooh, I really like this Kamen Rider quote. I'm going to put it up there. So I put it as my status on Discord. And then I got a bunch of messages from my friends being like, are you okay, man? Is everything all right? And I'm like, no, it's a Kamen Rider quote. I'm not depressed. It's just a Kamen Rider quote. Will happen first, GTA 6 releasing or One Piece ending? I think GTA 6 will happen first because Kamen Rider Big Sad. I think the seasonal format of One Piece is gonna make it slow down a lot. Gonna go play Stardew with partner and friends. See ya. Thank you very much. I hope you had fun in the stream. It was nice seeing you, Missing No. Have fun in Stardew. I'm watching Kamen Rider 01. You are watching one of the best Kamen Rider series there is, my friend, in my opinion. I actually just finished Kamen Rider Gav, which is one of the newer ones. I think it's actually straight up 2 seasons ago. I really like Gav. I really, really like Kamen Rider Gav more than I thought I would for a show about people with mouths on their stomach that eat candy. I want to watch Kamen Rider Geats. It looks cool. Geats is a fan favorite, and I wish I meshed with it better. Geats is so neat. I hate that I don't like it. I hate it so much because everyone loves Geats, and the actual like main character of the show just did not hit me as much as I was hoping. You watched Dragon Knight Gaim Drive, Ghosts, and Geats. Yeah, I would say my top 3 are probably my top 3 are Build. I want to say Build 01 and Gav. And then fighting for a very close 3rd place would probably be Den-O. By the way, are you a fan of Ava? And what do you think of the Rebuild movies? I still haven't watched 4th movie. I have not enjoyed Ava past the initial season that it came out in. Like, legit, the only things I've seen in Evangelion are the original season, which confused me greatly, but I think that's kind of the point. And then I remember seeing the Evangelion movie in movie theaters with a friend and his family. And I have a vivid memory of being in the movie theater with my friend and his grandmother. And the movie opening up with the Shinji masturbation scene. So all I'm gonna say about that, but I remember I was laughing so hard. My friend was so uncomfortable because he brought his grandmother there because he's like, I don't know, my grandmother just wanted to watch something with me. And I was like, sure, man, I don't care. Let's just watch the movie. I was like, oh my God. We be spinning now. We are spinning. Happy New Year. Hello, Willow. Sorry if I'm not like catching everyone in the chat. I feel like I am one of those like TikTok destroyed brain kids where I have like 2 chats up right now. I have 2 of my own stream up. I have like 2 logs of things happening. Sometimes I don't know where to look. Happy New Year. Yes, I hope everything's been good with you, Willow. I also want to get into Super Sentai. It looks wild. Yeah, Super Sentai. I've never watched it. For those uninitiated, basically the big difference between Super Sentai and Kamen Rider is Super Sentai is like a team of people, and Kamen Rider is usually like a dude and sometimes his few friends, but mainly focused on that one guy. Yeah. Movies are wild. I spent a week watching everything. Yeah, I remember you doing that. As I live and breathe, it's Xeno. Hello, Shomasaki. Hope you are doing well. Take your grandma to watch Eva as a choice. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think at the age we were, we didn't really understand the plot too much. It was literally like, I did not care too much about like the character plot. I was purely there for the animation and the big robots. And I think my friend was too, but now I'm older. There's a bit more to appreciate there. Could be worse. Imagine watching Chainsaw Man with your grandma. Oh God. I mean, watching Chainsaw Man has been interesting. I actually have not watched any of the animated bits of Chainsaw Man. I've purely just read the manga. I've kind of stopped keeping up with the manga as of like a couple months ago. I just hit a point in the manga where I was reading it and like, I don't know. I'm not gonna spoil anything for anyone, but I don't think that author knows where their own story is going. It feels like legit they just want to make a never-ending loop of like, man, there's Denji. Denji should suffer more. And that feels like the overarching plot. And I'm like, I don't see an end to this anywhere. I don't even see where this goes anymore. I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just like, I don't know. If you want to keep me reading week to week, you have to let me know there is a goal or something that these characters truly want to work for. So like Spider-Man, kind of like that. Not really villain of the week, but it is kind of like Spider-Man where it's like, okay, how do we make Peter sad? This is the plot. Make Peter sad. Did Warhammer minis get their prices raised recently? Maybe? I'm assuming the prices are always going up by default. Oh, yep. Warhammer minis per year go up about 3 to 6% in price pretty much annually, I would say. Nothing new. Games Workshop doesn't exactly, you know, Warhammer is such an expensive hobby. But you want this new Sisters of Battle set that'll cost your liver. Yeah. I mean, one of the issues with wargaming is it's a bit of a monopoly. Like, I still love Warhammer. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely enjoy it so much. Where's I going with this? Oh yeah. Sorry, my light bulb in my brain just stopped. I think it does have the problem of this is the most popular thing, so we can kind of do whatever we want with it. It's kind of like Steam, where Steam doesn't do anything like horrific, in my opinion. Like they don't always make the best choices, but nothing has made me look at Steam and go, I hate this, get this away from me. But what I will say about it is they have almost no competition. If they could, and if they wanted to, Steam really could make its platform awful and just turn itself into the worst money sink imaginable. They could start taking larger cuts from developers. They could start adding subscription services that are basically renting for things. Kind of like D&D, because what other tabletop RPG are you going to play? Daggerheart? I mean, luckily D&D's not quite in that position. Like, while D&D 5e is the most popular, things like Pathfinder do still exist. Like, if I was to go by tabletop popularity in terms of it, the most popular tabletop games are probably D&D, like base Dungeons and Dragons, Curse of Cthulhu. Then somewhere in a jumble you get like Pathfinder and God, I don't know what else I'd probably put in there. Google, tell me. I better put in RPGs, not just that. Not fucking Monopoly. Okay, yeah, here's an actual list that is pretty probable. Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder is always up there. I've been loving Pathfinder 2nd Edition for 5 years now. Not 5 years, probably like 4 years. Yeah, Pathfinder 2nd Edition's been my go-to game for like the past 4 years. It's my big recommend for both new players and existing. Call of Cthulhu is also very high. Other big RPGs, I'd probably say that oddly enough, Cyberpunk Red's pretty popular because it's a very simplistic approach to a cyberpunk setting. Because a lot of cyberpunk settings like Shadowrun or many of the other options get super, I want to say, technical. Let's see, Vampire the Masquerade is a pretty popular one. I don't really care for Vampire the Masquerade, but I know a lot of people love it. The Warhammer RPG actually sells pretty well. And then you have your niche ones like Morkborg, Lancer, Starfinder, Monster of the Week, Blades in the Dark. I forgot Cyberpunk used to be a tabletop game. Yes, it was a tabletop game once upon a time. And I was still surprised how good Cyberpunk Red is. I don't know how the system works at its highest level, like if it all just falls apart, but as an entry level thing, it's very good. Very, very good. Yeah. I don't know. In terms of miniatures, it's actually been a long time since I painted my last miniature. I want to do more of it. It's just I hit a point where I assembled my entire sister's army and painted like 95% of it. I started assembling my Gene Stealer's army. I painted about 50% of it. I have a fully assembled Nighthaunt army. About minis, how do you store them? Depends what you mean by store. All the minis I own are actually on a shelf to my right. Like they're just sitting there. They're not stored away or anything like that. There's also a shelf over there where the rest of them are. If you're talking about transportation, I had to buy a special bag. Because I went on a trip almost 2 years ago now, I want to say, where I had to take them on a plane. And that was very scary. Even with the ample protection that I did get, the mini still did kind of fall apart in some areas, so. But yeah, I had to buy a big custom case for my sister's army because sisters have so many spindly bits, and I want to say some of the guns on my tanks disconnected, and some of the mechs sort of lost some of their shoulder pieces. Hi there. Hello, Bachi? I hope I'm saying your name right.
Welcome home, such as it is.
And your model reminds me of Anaxa and Honkai Star Rail. I haven't played Honkai Star Rail in a long time, but I have actually heard that. I've been told that a few times. And I see why people say that. But yes, welcome and thank you for following. They steal your jeans? Nope. I actually don't wear jeans. I don't think I own a single pair of jeans. Sister's Balor next to Theo's bed to protect him as he sleeps. Oh, I wish. I wish I could just be surrounded by my sister's miniatures as I sleep. Bible hymns blasting on a speaker above my head. ASMR sounds of penitent engines. By the way, Arknights is starting to release like official ASMR things with their voice actors, and it's very weird. But hey, people like what they like. Have you been playing anything recently other than Survivor? Not really. One thing I've been doing is Final Fantasy XIV came out with its next Savage raid tier. So I've been raiding with my static. If you don't know what static is, it's like a static group of people that you just raid with. And it's kind of just been all I've been doing in terms of like video games. Been kind of going really hard at it. We're almost past the first fight out of 4. So really proud of myself and everyone in my static for getting that far that fast, considering the raid tier only came out a week ago. The raid tier is really fun. It is based around like a Final Fantasy version of a WWE wrestling plot. Just absolutely in love with it. Very happy about it. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good, actually. Today is a happy day. Also, hello, Can Trippy. I like your name. That's actually a super cute name. Did I hear Gene Stealer? Yes. They're coming to take your jeans. Yeah. I prefer not to wear jeans. I prefer, like, I don't think anything's wrong with them or, like, they look ugly. I prefer pants that have more pockets. Like, a lot more. I always carry around so much shit in, like, useless technology. The wife has been reading a lot of gothic romance horrors recently, so I asked her, why does Dracula always bite people in the neck? She told me it's because he's a necromancer. You have a keeper, Quachi. I'll say that.
Welcome home.
You married the right one.
Such as it is.
Wasn't sure if there was a Twitch, so I wanted to check. Yes, I primarily stream on Twitch, but sometimes I do these duo streams just because, I don't know, sometimes people find me on YouTube and they have no idea where I'm at, or sometimes it just reaches out and grabs people from the ether being like, whoa, who's this guy? One thing I do wish that YouTube would do though, and maybe there's a setting for it, I wish they'd make the thumbnail what's going on in... Oh, they do now. Okay. They make the thumbnail what's going on in stream. Good. Jeans feel better during these cold times here in Sweden. Other pants get dirty too easily during the snow. As a person that's never seen snow, I had no idea that was an issue. Did not know that. Huh. OMG, so you have existed. I was a YouTube only viewer, so I thought you evaporated. Yeah. I haven't really done much on YouTube in a long time. Not because I hate it or anything. Excuse me. Oh my god. Not because I hate it. Just Twitch is better fit my schedule, and I had like a pretty steady community of awesome people on Twitch as well. So I've been kind of over there. Like, I really like the vibes we have in chat. Yeah. Although I was working on a script for a YouTube video, and I'm glad I didn't get very far. Like, I was working on a script for a video actually talking about how much I enjoyed Slay the Spire, because I'm like, oh yeah, no one's talking about Slay the Spire anymore. That game's old. And then, like, I get, like, a quarter through the way writing the script, and then I see that Moist Critical and Seadog VA have created like small little video essay / playthrough on Slay the Spire, and I'm like, fuck. Why? My video's gonna get fucking buried. We get a little silly over here. We do. I don't care how big the room is. I said cast fireball. Excuse me. I forget Xeno lives in the desert zone from SMT5. Yes! The desert is where I belong. I often rewatch your Fire Emblem Awakening and Three Houses videos. Oh, thank you. For a second, I misread that and I thought it said, like, I watch them weekly and I'm like, weekly? That's insane. I like those videos too, but I didn't think they were that good. By the way, did Kithrin and Daywitch get banned? They disappeared almost simultaneously and they're almost there. Oh no, I've never banned Kithrin. Kithrin's never done anything like ban-worthy. I think they've just stopped in here. Daywitch, on the other hand, I think they are actually banned. They broke the rules. That is all I will say. Maybe they got abducted by aliens, who knows? I don't know, I'm pretty sure Kithrin is an alien. I'm gonna be real. I don't think they came from our planet. That's okay, though. Hi, Ninja. Welcome. Hello. Yeah, so apparently I can't ever do that, which kind of sucks. But apparently it's against Twitch's TOS to have a multi-stream or like multi-stream chats. And even though like big streamers break it, I'm not a big streamer, so I'm kind of afraid to break that sort of rule, because I can't get away with that. So that's that. So if I ever talk to someone you can't see, which granted most of you are over on Twitch right now, like 95% of you are on Twitch, so I can see it. If you want to chat, is probably the preferred platform. That's why. It's because literally they can't see you. It's kind of the only downside to the multi-streaming thing. Oh, actually, that reminds me. It's kind of funny. Speaking of Final Fantasy 14, it's always fun when I run into someone from the channel, like in game somewhere. They're like, "Oh my god, I love your videos," and I'll be like, "Huh?" And I have to like reconstitute the fact that I made videos at some point, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's me." I'm like, "Oh yeah, hi. Glad you like them." Speaking of FF, did you beat 16? No, I actually have not played almost anything on my PS5 recently. And it's just due to the fact that my graphics card is acting up. It's been super spotty. But 16, I've always thought about going back and finishing it, just because I want to know how it ends, and there's also an Omega DLC that seemed pretty fun, but I've not yet. Oh, actually, the one thing I will say I'm probably looking forward to this year is I want to, now that Final Fantasy Tactics has basically been remastered, I want to play through Tactics. I think on stream is a big one. It's one of the things I've always wanted to play on stream, especially since we had that what I play. I played Ogre Tactics, which was the game they made right before Final Fantasy Tactics, or Tactics Ogre, sorry. And we really enjoyed it. I started adding people from chat in the game, and we had a really good time playing it. Do you have thoughts on the upcoming Fire Emblem game? Looking forward to it. My only thoughts on the upcoming Fire Emblem game is I don't have a Switch 2. That's my only thought right now. And that's why it hurts, is because I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't have a Switch 2, which is probably going to be Switch 2 exclusive. I remember us killing a pregnant woman in Tactics Ogre. That did happen. But don't tell anyone. I'm hoping to own a Switch 2 someday. It's just, there's not enough of a reason for me to pick one up yet. Like, as much as I love Metroid, and as much as I love Fire Emblem, that does not constitute the $500 price tag for a Switch 2. Wasn't Respawn making a Star Wars XCOM type game? Yes. I'm super excited for it. What was it called? It was like Star Wars. Star Wars. I forgot what it was called. XCOM. Zero Company. Yeah, Star Wars Zero Company. It looks super cool. Really excited for it, actually. Hoping it comes out well. Yeah. Coffee. Switch 2 is even more expensive here because Nintendo distributor is Monopoly. It's one company that sells it to the retailers. Yeah. I always say it. I have a Switch 1. I also have an Asus ROG Ally. Or an Asus ROG Ally, whatever it is. It's basically a Steam Deck. I don't know. It's just... most games on the Switch, I would just rather play at my PC. Maybe if I had a more mobile lifestyle, I would be like more incentivized to pick up a Switch 2 as soon as possible. Or if I was in a household in which I didn't have my own PC and the TV was constantly being used, so I had to have my own like handheld, I would be far more into it. But that's not the case for me. I have a PC in front of me. I have access to most things, so it doesn't really fit my needs for the moment. Thoughts on the Fire Emblem game itself? I honestly haven't looked at it that much. I saw the initial trailer and I got pretty hyped for it, but beyond that, I just need to see more. I am not like keeping up with the news. The thing with the Switch 2 and handheld, I've heard it's much heavier and not comfortable to hold. Ooh. I saw some tweets by their Switch 2 from other European countries like Germany, Ireland, and France. Yeah, I have a friend who lives in Serbia, and when it comes to buying things like miniatures or certain pieces of furniture or hardware, he basically takes a trip to other places because it's just cheaper too. Like going to a different country and purchasing those things just winds up being cheaper for them because of how fucked up their economy is right now. So there we go. I would love to do more miniature painting streams this year as well. Maybe so I can get myself into it and I can get myself through the grind of painting miniatures again, because when you stop, it feels so hard to pick it back up and start again, you know? So I miss mini paintings. Yeah. I actually have a working camera now, so that's cool. Apparently my camera wasn't broken this whole time, and it was actually the fact that my PC just wasn't interfacing with it for some reason. Probably the spilled milk in the USB ports didn't help, but you know. Would you consider playing guitar on stream? I mean, I'd consider that. I don't feel like it'd be very interesting. I don't have like a big repertoire of songs under my belt anymore, but yeah, I still have my 7-string right behind my PC over there. Me painting my blackjack while this is happening. I know a lot of people actually paint miniatures while watching my streams because I've cultivated such a like a Warhammer fan base in some ways. My streams are a place where people like to sit down, relax, and paint minis, so I can't blame them for that. I do the same. Like, someone who I do a monthly collab with, by the way, my next collab with Carrie and I is next Saturday, actually, so tune in for that. Usually post about it on Discord. We do basically a monthly tabletop game with a few VTubers who at first I was so nervous to meet them in general. I was like, ooh, I don't know if they'll like me. I think they'll hate me, but just very quickly we all got along. I look forward to it every month now. So much fun. I'm not gonna say anything about it because I don't think Care has announced it yet in terms of what we're doing. But I will say we actually are changing what game we're playing. That is a definite fact. We will no longer be playing Aeon Trespass just because it became a bit too technical, and B, I think for Care's case, it just wasn't creating the character interactions he really wanted, and I kind of agree with that. So we're gonna be changing systems that we're playing this week. So if you've been tuning into that or just want to tune in, perfect time because we're starting basically a brand new thing. And once again, that's with Carrie and I, Maria Decence, Sari, and Zoe. I'm sorry, I don't know Sari and Zoe's full channel names. I should. I think it's Sariun and Sky Pirate Zoe? Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else that I want to do for this year. I don't really know. I want to say I have a lot planned. Like, I've been thinking meticulously about this, and I've just been going to bed every night with ideas in my brain, and I can't even, like, go to bed because I'm just like, ugh. But no, not really. Just kind of vibing day by day currently. And I think that's okay, honestly. I'm gonna look and see if there's anything coming out that I'm super looking forward to. Let's see. Not anything coming out soon. I can say that. And that's okay. Oh, actually, there is something I did sort of get into while I have been away. I had to look back in my room and see that. I actually did get into the Star Wars, like, card game. It's called Star Wars Unlimited. I got to play it a few times in my local game store. It's a lot of fun. I can't really say much about it. It's actually, from what I can tell, made by the same people that make the One Piece card game, or at least they're the designers. It's kind of odd to consider, but oh no, that's the Gundam that's made by the same people. It's been a lot of fun. Very simple card game. I don't have much to say about it. If there's anything I will say about the card game though, their card sorting is ass. You know how, like, when you buy a pack of cards and in the pack there's supposed to be a randomized amount of cards, and then usually they have like one guaranteed foil or rare or something in the back of a certain rarity? Yeah, the Star Wars Unlimited cards are super fucked up. I've gotten the most duplicates I've gotten out of any card game I've ever played going through a booster box of those. Like, I was legitimately kind of disappointed. And I know it's cheaper just to buy cards online and get the specific ones you want in the first place, but I think I can't stay away from the plastic crack. Okay? The plastic crack is super important, that you like huff in the new card smell, that like when you get your first duplicate, you can just kind of eat it a little bit, just nibble the corner. But straight up, whatever machine they use to sort those cards is fucked up, because I legit got so many copies of the same card, it was ridiculous. But you know, that's the risk you run when you're essentially like gambling. I just got a notification I've never seen before on Twitch. What? I don't think this is correct, but Twitch is telling me we've hit the chat limit. Like something about there's too many chats going on at once. What? No one's even talking. Nothing's happening. I think that's a bug. I'm going to guess that it is. Test. There's a chat limit? I don't know. It just says error chat limit at the bottom. But I think we're good. I don't think anything's wrong, actually. You can nibble the corners a bit. Hoyle's suspecting an interesting taste in noms. I mean, typically I don't like eating cardboard, but you know. I remember there was one kid, like back in, I don't know, a long time ago, that used to just consume Pokemon cards. Like, I don't know why, but I think he legit got addicted to eating Pokemon cards, and the staff had to, like, I say staff, but you know, teachers had to like stop him. I want to say it's probably the coating they put on the card. Like when they make those cards, I think there's like a thin layer of coating on some of them, and people just like that taste, which is kind of weird. But, you know, eat your opponent's deck before they play. Oh my lord. I legitimately love card games so much, and it kind of makes me sad that a lot of the card games I play, their online variants, have like phenomenal issues in some ways. Like, I don't know if phenomenal is the word I'd use, but like I play over the last few months, I've gotten into like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel after like 10 attempts of trying to get into it, and I started playing, and immediately I see from the fan base like, this is the worst meta it's ever been, this game's being ruined, don't play it. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll try Magic Arena then. And then immediately as I open Magic Arena, everyone's like, oh, don't play it, this is the worst meta there's ever been in the game. And I'm like, I'm going through these games and I'm like, does it even matter? I think the people who just play these games don't like the games anymore. Card games, one thing I probably can't get into. It feels like gambling to an extent. I mean, to be fair, most people that actually play card games just buy the cards they want for a deck online, like straight up. Very few people, I feel, at least in people who want to play the game above like a hyper casual level, just buy the cards they want for a deck in the first place and then play that. It's much cheaper that way than buying booster boxes. I think people just like the nostalgia / like excitement of opening the booster boxes in the first place. But I can understand that, definitely. I mean, one of the issues is I don't play card games physically. Like, there's no one in my area to do that with. Well, actually, there's a lot of people in my area to do that with. But I have social anxiety, so I don't do that. Uh oh, I almost forgot. I'm staring right at it, and I just didn't say anything. One of the things I got for Christmas this year, I got it for myself, is I actually have audio panels in my room. And not cheap audio panels, not like those Amazon ones or like the ones that I think I want to say Elgato sells. I have like straight up high grade like acoustic panels in my room, like behind my PC, to deaden sound now. So you probably won't be able to tell in stream, like it's not gonna make a big difference, but definitely there's echo that was eliminated from my room by putting all of this up. They're expensive as fuck, but they were worth it. Especially considering how much I spend of my life literally sitting here just talking into a microphone. I think the input was worth it. I don't really have much to say about that. I'm just excited because, you know, you always see all those like big YouTubers, like you used to see those Markiplier videos. I mean, I guess it still is that way, but when like Markiplier started getting big and he would have like the big group of panels on the wall behind him. God, I haven't actually watched Markiplier or anything in forever. Does Markiplier still make videos even? Like he has to, right? Oh, that's right. He made that movie recently. He made a movie based off that one Iron Lung game, and apparently he's super passionate about it. He wants to. He's making the movie, and it took a lot of time. Well, yeah, it's nowhere near me. No. Hopefully it's better than the sequel to the FNAF movie, because I sat down with a bunch of friends and watched the FNAF movie. Like the original one. And it was fine. Like, I'm not even a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. I did not even consume it once when it was popular. He's having trouble getting theaters to even show it because it wasn't backed by a big company anymore. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that for him. I'm surprised no company's kind of taking the risk. He's not exactly a how do I say it? He's not exactly the type of guy I would look at and be like, wow, I'm taking a huge risk here. Who even knows who this is? Like, he's Markiplier. Small theaters were fine with showing it. Big did not want to, yeah. I mean, that's understandable, but at the same time, it's like, oof. That's rough. Yeah, I actually have that issue here where not a lot of theaters where I'm at like to show animated films. And by that I mean, like, you know, when Japan shows off like a new anime or animated movie comes out in Japan, and then over in the West they'll show it like one day out of the entire year, and if you're not there for that day and that showing, you just can't see it. Like, I'm still waiting to see the Demon Slayer movie. I have not seen the Demon Slayer movie because it was here for like a month and it's still not online anywhere. And the only way you could watch it is by some dude's like shitty cell phone recording. Me seeing random anime movies by 8 p.m. at night, even though I work at 6 a.m. We have one that's hours away that will have them, luckily, usually for a week or so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like the last time I went out to see an animated movie was when I went to see Promare. See you later, Hoyle. Thank you for stopping by. This is just a, I don't know. This stream is mainly just to say like, hey everyone, how you doing? I'm still alive. Let's see how the YouTube double streaming thing works and see what type of people we get. And I'm not saying, oh my god. I'm not saying all people on YouTube are this way, but one of the big reasons I'm on Twitch is definitely, I feel like the Twitch audience is a lot kinder. Like the people that come by my stream in general are just a lot nicer. Now I know a few of you just came from YouTube, and I'm not pointing at you being like you're evil. You know, I'm not being like you can trippy. You are specifically evil. But I don't know, the few times I have streamed on YouTube, there's been some of just the meanest people. Like holy shit. Like I'm used to it because I've been on YouTube for like a decade basically now. But man, live, just some of the weirdest, most random people show up. I remember there was a dude in my chat who was like molding and insulting me when I was playing like Puyo Puyo. Yeah, I was playing Puyo Puyo Tetris and someone showed up and they started getting so angry. Like, why are you so stupid? Why do you suck at this game? Why are you so bad at it? And I'm like, bro, I'm playing Tetris. Can we chill out? Man, like, it's not that serious. It's not that big a deal. My grandmother would destroy me at Tetris, though. I remember being a kid, and she just played Tetris every single day. And that was just her hobby. And then before I knew it, she was just a monster. I remember Tetris 99 came out, and I wanted her to play. And she was straight up just winning the Tetris Battle Royale. And I was like, Grandma, I can't even get to like top 50. I'm terrible. I'm so hungry though. Granny going pro. Never watched an anime in cinema. I mean, one thing I will give them is I feel like animated movies are mixed so differently in Japan compared to the West. Like, one thing I've noticed when I go to see movies in the West especially is like the audio is mixed in a way so that the bass is very prevalent. The bass is prevalent, everyone's whispering, you can't understand shit. Animated movies definitely want like that, especially like Japanese films, want like that pure, I don't know, I want to say like that pure trebly sound coming through. I don't know, it's something I just kind of noticed watching the different types of films. Cinemas have also become pretty damn expensive here. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gone to a movie in so long, but then again, I do have claustrophobia, and being in movie theaters kind of, I don't want to say triggers that, but it makes me uncomfortable in some ways. Like, I don't particularly like sitting in like a cinema with super loud, like, holy shit, sometimes the volume gets so high. Like sitting in a public place in a big dark room with super loud noises and strangers sitting next to me, I'm just like, this is, I would enjoy this any other way, honestly. It's been years since I've been to a theater. It's too expensive for me to justify. That's understandable. I actually really miss those drive-in movie theaters. I only think I went to one before the last one anywhere near me closed down. But damn, I'm kind of nostalgic for them. I remember there's a mission in Cyberpunk where you play as Johnny, and you go on like dates to like a drive-in movie theater, and it's all broken down, and I'm just like, oof, why do I feel so nostalgic in Cyberpunk? That's weird. I feel ancient now. Yeah. Sometimes I just pause and I take a look around. I'm like, is there anything else going on I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, also on the talk of Star Wars and Jedi Survivor and all that, I actually did spend a little bit of money on myself. I did splurge a little bit, some may say. And I bought a Force FX replica of Revan's lightsaber, and it's just sitting on a rack over there. It's something I've wanted my whole life, because I'm a big Knights of the Old Republic fan, and I saw they had a model of Revan's lightsaber, and I'm like, I need this now. I need this now. And I was kind of standing around the other day, and it kind of hit me. When I was a kid, I always thought to myself, like, man, I would love to have those model swords from Lord of the Rings. Like, I remember seeing the model swords of, like, I think it's called Glamdrig. Like, you could see Gandalf's weapon, Aragorn's, Frodo's, Sting, Gandalf's staff, Legolas's blades. I always wanted to get those and just put them on my wall. And I'm old enough to realize I can get those. Not responsibly. I cannot pay for those responsibly, but I can get those now. I hope the new KOTOR game is a good successor, but I'm wary. Yep. Same way I feel about it. It's probably not even going to exist till 2028 or 2029. That game is barely an idea right now, so not much to be said about it aside from, yep, that exists. Hopefully. Feel mixed about the cinema. It can be a fan experience, but other people can be annoying, and I feel more comfortable watching stuff at home. I don't even mean from a social anxiety standpoint. No, that is 100% true. I think, I don't know, there's lots of entertainment and ways to enjoy things that have been, you can now kind of localize it at home. You know, like something I love to do, and I don't know if this is like crazy, I love camping videos so much. I love videos of people camping out in the forest, people who camp in their van. Oh, Kithrin's here. Should get yourself a sandwich today. Thank you. Welcome, Kithrin. Hope you've been doing well. I just love camping videos. They're like kind of my comfort sort of video I watch when I just need to relax. I don't know, something about just being by yourself in a shelter in the middle of nowhere is just like, maybe not in the middle of nowhere, but you know, just being by yourself in this small self-made shelter is just really neat to me. And I forgot where I was going with this. I legit forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah. sometimes I feel like I'm kind of crazy for doing this, but I actually straight up some nights I will put a tent up in my own like yard and just like house camp. Like it's not the same thing as camping in the woods. However, I would rather not get mauled by bears or mountain lions, typically. Typically, that's not my favorite thing. So I feel much more comfortable doing it in my backyard, especially when it rains. Oh, that reminds me, another random story. There's been a feral cat living near me. Like straight up, the other day I went out to like a grill we have, and I was approaching it to like get it ready for, you know, I don't even remember what I was gonna cook, but I saw something like dart out from behind it and like jump on the wall, and there was this huge like feral orange cat. I know when people hear feral, they're usually like, oh my god, it's, you know, it's vicious, it's gonna get you. No, it's just a little like scrunkly, but it was huge. Like, I would say this cat is roughly the size of like a small golden retriever. Maybe not that big, but it was pretty big. And it just kind of like hopped up on the wall and stared at me. Feral Garfield, it was orange. It was orange and very fuzzy. I don't know, I think it's kind of used to people. Being mauled is in my top 5, honestly, skill issue. Understandable. Have a nice day. Man, I don't know why. I hate it because you ever have it where it's like, today I'm going to eat this for dinner. Like you have a plan for dinner, and then your body and brain just goes like, you know what? You want pizza, don't you? I hate that. Like, I literally set aside like broccoli and cheddar soup I made and fresh bread. And I'm like, this is what I'm going to have for dinner today. And I'm sitting here and I see a video of some dude holding up a slice of pepperoni pizza. And I'm like, that's what I want. That's what I need to live right now. But I guess I'm actually realizing on average, I have like a lot less pizza than a lot of people do. But I think it's just due to the fact that I don't really know, really. I think a lot of my meals, I just wind up doing like rice plus protein plus vegetable. And then whatever sauce is needed. I don't know. Do any of you in chat have like a go-to meal, like something that you make comfortably, that you feel is probably one of your like most eaten home meals? You know, basic things like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or a chicken, like cooked chicken breast or something. If you were a pizza, what kind would you be? I feel like I'd be a barbecue pizza. I actually unironically love barbecue pizza. I've yet to meet many people who like it, but barbecue sauce on pizza, so good. I can eat mozzarella sticks or fried chicken anytime. You know, that's fair. I can't disagree with either of those foods. I couldn't imagine myself turning either down. For me, man, what's something that I feel like I eat year round? Dino mac and cheese, my beloved. Wait, hold on. I've never actually had this. What? Let me look it up. Oh my god. There actually is Dino mac and cheese. You know, One thing I will say is I feel like Kraft mac and cheese has changed the recipe over the years. Like, I don't know. I remember being young and eating specifically like SpongeBob shaped Kraft mac and cheese, and it just had an entirely different taste to what it has now. I get the generic store brand because it tastes better. I'll have to try that sometime, honestly. Try some other brands of mac and cheese. Dino Mac. Curry chicken and banana pizza. Banana pizza? Oh no. I actually had a friend from Finland. And when he looked at the pizza, I think he was from, no, not him, Norway. Got a friend from Norway, excuse me. And I brought up what was on tacos. I think that's what I brought up. So tacos. Hold on, sorry. No, it was Sweden. Was it? I can't remember. But apparently, I guess dessert tacos are super popular in Europe where they're from. Like, the way they know tacos is with like caramelized banana slices, nuts, like chocolate sauce. No, it is a Swedish taco. Yes. No, it's not. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember where they were from. All I know is they showed me a picture of a taco being like almost a dessert, where it had like bananas and like chocolate drizzles and nuts. And I was just in disbelief. Like, I could understand, but I was also in disbelief. I was like, what? This is crazy. It actually looked kind of good. All right. Well, today this was meant to be just a short stream, and I am becoming pretty starving, so I think I'm gonna end it here. However, hopefully this means with my new PC and my more set time schedule, I will be streaming more. I don't know what I'm gonna stream yet. I haven't even thought about it. Maybe we'll get started on Final Fantasy Tactics. Maybe we'll do something else. I don't really know. But yeah, thank you all for showing up, and thank you for everyone who came over from YouTube and followed me on here. All right. Zia, it was nice to you. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye. Hold on. I'm gonna do the thing. I haven't used that transition. I probably shouldn't end on the be right back screen, but that's what I'm gonna do.